Hello YouTube, Andy Cam Reacts here with an impromptu reaction. Um I just recorded my potentially unuploaded 2023 retrospective, and then I saw this on my feed and I was like, 사원의 지평선. 사원의 지평선. 지평선. And then I was like, oh, this is Younha's song that I liked actually. Younha, for those that don't know, is a Korean soloist, kind of a longtime veteran of sorts. Very good voice. And I was like, I know this song, I think. And I just wanted to add this to my list of stuff. I like JiU's voice a lot, and I don't get to hear enough of it. Um, and I am really curious how she interpreted this song and how she sounds. Do you even know what this is? Of course, a lot of you do. I never owned one. I was too young. Actually, my family just wouldn't get. JiU is incredibly pretty. Can we talk about how low volume. I was just gonna comment. I'm distracted. I was just gonna comment how does she look like a student? This is a good song. So far, she is killing it. Killing it. Hmm. Hold on one second. Sorry about that. Of course I'm gonna watch it again.
일이 많은 건 말이야 당연히 해야 할 일이야 나에겐 우리가 지금 1순위야 안전한 유리병을 핑계로 바람을 가둬둔 것 같지만 기억나 그날의 우리가 잡았던 그 손에 말이야 설레임보다 커다란 믿음이 담겨서 난 한방 웃음을 졌지만 울음이 날 것도 같아서 소중한 건 언제나 두려움이니까 문을 열면 들리던 목소리 너로 인해 변해 있던 따뜻한 공기 여전히 자신 없지만 안녕히 저기 사라진 별의 자리 아스라이 하얀 빛 한동안은 꺼내볼 수 있을 거야 아낌없이 반짝일 시간은 조금씩 옅어져 가더라도 너와 내 맘에 살아 숨 쉴 테니 여긴 서로의 끝이 아닌 새로운 길 모퉁이 익숙함에 진심을 속이지 말자 하나 둘 추억이 떠오르면 많이 많이 그리워할 거야 고마웠어요 그래도 이제는 사건의 지평선 너머로
So one of the parts of the song, or actually my favorite lyric of this song is something along the lines of 익숙함에 속이지 말자. We just passed that part of the song.
끝이 아닌 새로운 길 모퉁이 익숙함에 진심을
익숙함의 진심을 속이지 말자. Yeah. Sorry. So this lyric here, 익숙함의 진심을 I don't think it's 속이지 말자, it's 속이지 말자. So this is an auto-generated lyrics here. It's not completely accurate, but I do know this lyric. Basically saying, let's not let 익숙한, something familiar, 진심, 익숙함의 진심을 속이지 말자. So basically it's saying, let's not be tricked. Let's not let familiarity trick us from the truth. And that's so true. Just because you're familiar with it, it's when you're familiar with something or someone, it's very easy to be deceived by that familiarity. There have been plenty of times where my familiarity with someone tricked me from the truth of where we are as people and how different places we are at, not only where we are with each other, where we stand with one another, where we are in terms of life, where in it really reminds me of I tried to bridge a gap with one of my friends after we had a bit of what I would deem unfortunate circumstances, and he and I were really, really good friends. We were roommates at one point. And I feel like what ended up breaking our friendship was something that shouldn't have happened. It shouldn't have been the reason why our friendship broke. But I'm guessing that was just like probably like the straw on the camel's back that ended up breaking it. It must have been other stuff that I just didn't realize. But we had mutual friends, and the mutual friends tried to, with our blessings, of course, we tried to get back together in the same hang out and we tried to mingle again, and I tried my best to act like we used to, and we would laugh and stuff. But it only lasted for a couple times before uh, the said friend decided to kind of go silent on us. Basically, he just didn't feel it was. My guess is he just didn't feel like it's necessary to try to fake his way back into our friendship. Um, and I kind of respect that maturity from him. But at that point, for me personally, I was so um, reluctant to let go of that friendship because our friendship did was not perfect by any means, but we shared a lot of time together, and it was really sad to see it fall apart. And I was like, in this lyric kind of reminds me of that, where just because it's a best friend, a good friend could be very familiar, but don't let that familiarity may not exist anymore. The truth of the matter is, you guys are no longer good friends or best friends or whatever you were. And that memory, that familiarity, that nostalgia, that yearning for that friendship again was deceiving me from the fact that we're no longer at that point in our lives, and we no longer cherish our friendship as it was at this point. Too much damage was done to it, and I just couldn't see it. So that's where I'm just this lyric kind of this song in general makes me feel like it's okay to turn the page, right? And it makes you kind of release some of that negativity, that pent up negativity, and that's where the song really like is such a nice song. And then I really like Yuna's voice, and I really like Yuna's the original version of the song. But JiU brings a little different take to it, a little freshness to it, so to speak, because Yuna's voice is different, JiU's voice is different. JiU likes to sing in this mixed tone, where it's JiU's tone, like at least from her Dreamcatcher song. So it's really nice to hear. I want to finish listening to this one more time and then keep talking about it a little more as needed. I still can't get over how JiU looks great as a student because she really looks like a high school student. And she looks great dressed as a professional or an adult. Not that students can't dress like this. There's a purity to JiU's voice here that I really like. And I really like JiU's tone already. I kind of wonder what significance this had for JiU. There's a lot of emotion, I feel like, in the song where it's more than just a cover for her. It feels like there's some meaning behind it. Well, turn the volume down, play it again. Yeah, so to me, this song is about moving on. It's about resolution, or maybe moving on from a lack of resolution. The friendship that I talked about, I feel like it resolved in a really without a resolution, basically. There's a lot of times where you could, I think people in general can remember something and regret or wish that they were back there again or something along those lines. This song to me represents like a moment of acceptance that it's no longer where they are, and it's really powerful to me. Me 5 years ago, me 10 years ago, me 20 years ago, 30 years ago. I'm not that same person. Things that have passed have passed. You know, I kind of look back at like the friendship I mentioned before. Now I kind of look back on it with more fondness than I do resentment. I also have a lot of interactions with people where I wish I just had the maturity to stay in contact with them. I didn't have the maturity to keep them in contact, and I miss them dearly. There's so many people that I wish I could talk to again, at least just to see how they're doing. This is actually really nice to hear as we roll into 2023. I'm hoping I could have more the resolve and the maturity to make sure I keep friendships closer and friendships alive, and treat those that are close to me now with more respect and more love, and not let it become a past thing. God. More than that, though, JiU's voice here, her voice is not the same as Younha's, right? They're very different. JiU's singing more in a mixed tone than she is anywhere. So I know JiU can be belty, full voice, and I thought that's where she would go on the song. But she actually really keeps it high, mid, like mixed voice high. Really thinner than her belty voice. And I think it's just the song and it suits her really well, actually. And it evokes a purity to the voice. Younha's version invokes power and resolve. JiU invokes purity and innocence, and to me, and her retrospective from this song to whatever events she's maybe thinking of as she was saying, it feels like there's more purity to it than Younha might feel more like regret, let's say, and Younha's version feels more like she's getting over regrets. And I feel like JiU's version sounds more like she's moving on from old things. You know what I mean? Maybe you don't. And maybe I'm interpreting each artist's versions differently than what they were intending on doing. But regardless, I really enjoyed that. 10 out of 10. It really makes me appreciate JiU's voice that much more, I feel like. And going forward, you know, I'm hoping I get to hear more of JiU's voice. of course everyone's voice in Dreamcatcher, but uh, I really do enjoy JiU's voice. It's so different, especially when she sings in this tone. Like for example, is it Scream when she starts the song? That starts with JiU, right? Like that voice is so to me iconic. Um, and one of the reasons I really like Dreamcatcher, like the bridge of Maison, right? Da, 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 da. I don't remember. I don't remember the lyrics right now. Um, like those parts are like those spots that JiU takes over. Like that's where um my appreciation of JiU's voice. There's another spot song or another part of the song that I'm just like, yeah, she nailed that. Can't remember the part. Jeez. And of course, Wind Blows when she goes bell teeth. Um, that I, if you don't know, watch my Wind Blows reaction, and I tend to focus on a certain spot of the song. Um, anyways, 10 out of 10. I'm glad I heard this actually as I roll into the new year here. Um, yeah. By the way, Happy New Year. Happy 2023. Hopefully, you guys are able to have a great 2023. Hopefully, it's even better than 2022. Um, and I'm hoping I will see more of you in the next year and also for a foreseeable future. As always, I really appreciate you guys supporting me. The Dreamcatcher fandom, the Insomnias have been amazing on my channel. You guys are one of the reasons I enjoy recording anything on this channel is because I know you guys are there. So thank you so much. Thank you. Many hearts to you. And finally, with that said, have a good day, good evening, good morning. Yeah, wherever you are, whatever time it is, be safe, take care of yourselves, and I'll see you next time. Oh yeah, by the way, comments. What do you want to see next from me? What covers do you want to see next from me specifically? Um, I'm curious to know if this song's got any meaning to you, um, or maybe you didn't know about it until JiU sang it, and then now you hear it. I don't know. Curious how you guys know this song, or if not, how do you like it? With that said, bye.